Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So, today I want to talk to you guys about something that I heard 2 to 3 weeks ago. The Lord has given me a lot, and I just I have not had time to get on here regularly to do videos. But one of the things that I heard in the spirit maybe about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I heard it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. And so this is the Lord letting many of his children know that it is time for them to leave certain situations so he can get them to a certain point in their life. So he can get them to the promise that he has been promising them. So this could be for you or this could be for your spouse. So there's basically two groups of people, or maybe it's for you and your spouse. So if it is for you, maybe it is God telling you to leave certain situations that are considered dead situations in your life. And when we think about dead situations, that means nothing is going to come from that situation. It can't grow, it can't move. It's at a standstill position. It doesn't benefit you in any type of way. So if the Lord is been telling you you need to leave a certain situation, that can be a counterfeit situation. Now, I am hoping and praying that none of you guys are in counterfeit situations. When we think about counterfeit situations, it can really be anything, but I'm specifically speaking of counterfeit relationships. And I'm talking about romantic relationships because I believe that everybody that is following this channel, you are standing and believing God for your God ordained marriage. But counterfeit relationships, it can come in the form of family, it can come in the form of friends, it can come in a form of even things that you are connected with. But I am believing that no one is involved in a romantic counterfeit relationship. I have heard many people on the channel that will say, I am not taking my spouse back, even though they know that God has told them, this is your God ordained spouse. This is who I created for you. And so there has been people that I still see to this day, they will say, I'm not giving them another chance. I rather try my luck with someone else. So if you are someone that is in a counterfeit romantic relationship, God is telling you it is time for you to go. If you know without a doubt that you are not supposed to be with that counterfeit, again, the Lord is saying it is time for you to go. Okay, again, there may be many of you guys, you may be connected with family members where you're not supposed to be with them at all. God is causing a separation between families, especially if those family members they can't help you grow in any type of way. And so this reminds me of the story of Abraham when God told him to leave his family because there was many great things that the Lord wanted to do with Abraham. So again, we have to be obedient to what the Lord is telling us to do. So I know it may be hard for you to walk away from your family, but the Lord may have even been showing you some of the ways that the family members are carrying out things that they are doing, things that are not of God, just as Abraham's family, where they were worshiping other gods. The Lord said, I am your God. There is no other God you should be putting before me. So if your family members, if they're tapped into certain things and you know God has been causing some sort of separation so he can get you to the promised land, it is time for you to go. Okay. Many of you guys, you are on jobs where you know that you are not supposed to be there. You know, you may be going through, you have been going through hell on your job. You're getting attacked on your job. There's witchcraft going on your job. And so, you know, God has been saying for a while, I'm taking you to a new and different place. I'm going to allow you to be able to birth this ministry in this season. I'm going to allow you to be able to birth this business in this season. What is God telling you to do? So, again, this could be for someone that has a job that they just is your time is up. It is time for you to go. So, I don't know who this may be for, but wherever you can find yourself in this information that I'm putting out, I encourage you to take it back to the Lord to get confirmation. Okay. And so there may also be people that are just hanging on to the past. They are not willing to forgive people and they can't let go of certain situations. And the Lord is saying it is time to leave the past behind because I am pushing you into a new place. Okay. I am taking you somewhere that you are going to prosper, you are going to win, you are going to succeed, and you don't have to worry about what you went through. I allowed that to happen so that you can see the promise that you are going to have and you are going to be able to bless other people. You are going to have a testimony behind what you went through. So again, the Lord may very well be telling you, release the past so I can take you to where you need to go. Okay. The Lord can also be telling many of you guys, you know, get disconnected from the people that you are listening to. And I know that I have talked about this a lot, and that's because the Lord has put it on my heart, in my spirit, to keep telling you guys there are false prophets, there are witches that are pretending to be prophetic voices. The Lord shows me this quite often that many people are listening to, and it is to deceive them specifically from getting to their marriage promise. You think that, you know, this prophetic voice that you're listening to, they're talking about marriage and they're talking about this, but behind the scenes, you don't know what they are doing. So again, the Lord is telling you, you may need to get disconnected from some people that you are listening to, from some people that you are allowing to feed your spirit that should not be feeding your spirit, because it's nothing but a dead situation. There's nothing that's going to come from that. Okay. So when we look at your spouse, and I think for a large group of people on this channel and that is listening to this video, there's a large group where the spouse is telling the counterfeit. If you have a spouse that is with a counterfeit and you know that the Lord has said this is your spouse, this is your spouse telling that counterfeit, it is time for me to go. It is time for me to go to where God has called me to go to. It is time for me to be with my God ordained spouse. It is time for me to be with my God ordained husband. So God is causing an interruption. He is whispering in the ear of many of these spouses saying, it is time for you to get up, leave that counterfeit, and get to where I have called you to be to. Get to your wife, your God ordained wife, your God ordained husband. And so for many of the spouses, they are going to be telling their counterfeits, it is time for me to go. Again, the Lord may also be calling them to walk away from their families, the families and friends. For many of the God ordained spouses, they have, some of them, they've been like a major influence, and some of them have been a negative influence, and they are whispering in the ear of these God ordained spouses, keeping them stuck, keeping them from where they can't walk towards you because of things that they're tapped into, because of things that they want to be able to have your God ordained spouse to hold on to. So there's a lot with this situation. But again, the spouses, the God ordained spouses, they could be walking away from family and friends. They could be walking away from the counterfeit. They could even be leaving their jobs because God is now telling them it is time for you to birth this ministry. It is time for you to birth this business. And this is how you guys are going to be able to come together. So, again, I don't know who this is for, but I encourage you guys to be obedient to God, because if He is telling you to leave, then that is one step closer that you are coming to be able to get in union with your God ordained spouse. And so it's going to be the same thing for the God ordained spouses. God is saying it is time for them to leave, and they are now letting those words come out of their mouth because the Lord has given them revelation. Okay. Some of them, they're having dreams and visions just like you are. Okay. A lot of us, we wonder what is going on the other side. The same way that the Lord is talking to us, giving us dreams, giving us visions about what's to come with the marriages, with the ministry, with the business, with all these different things. The Lord is doing the same thing with those God ordained spouses. So, um, that is it. That is all, guys. But the Lord is saying it is time to go. It is time to go. And I really believe that a large part of this is the God ordained spouses that are connected with these counterfeit situations, whether it be romantic, whether it be professionally, whether it be friends and family. The Lord has now allowed them to realize and say to these relationships and situations, it is time for me to go. This is your girl, Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.